Hi, Beccalynn. Today I'm going to talk about math. Math is tricky for some, and it was for me. And I still kind of get tangled up in it every once in a while. But I figured out a trick. Math really isn't that different from English. Did you know why? Well, because math is its own language. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah, just like in English, we have letters that make sounds. We learn phonics, right? And then those sounds make word families, and those word families make sight words, and then we're reading, and then there's paragraphs, and then there's writing, and there's all of this other stuff. Well, numbers make math problems, which are math facts, which turn into equations, which turn into formulas. It's just all a language. Math is a language. And if we can learn the language of math and we can understand, numbers become equations, which become a process to an answer, then it all kind of becomes a little more manageable. Because with math, it isn't about the answer, it's about how you got to the answer. So this is one way to get to an answer. So today we're going to talk about binomials. Bi in Latin means two. So we're going to talk about how to work on two problems, two formulas, two math facts in a way. So first, I'm going to start with my first one. I'm going to make a parentheses like this, and it's going to be 7x plus 9. And I'm going to put a little parentheses because I want to remember that these numbers belong together. Okay, and then here we have, on this problem, we have a 3x minus 11. Now, I am going to put an equal sign here at the end. Now, if you're an English person who loves books and writing and stories, and you sit and you look at a problem like this and you think, how do we solve this? There are a lot of different methods to get here, but one method is called FOIL. Yeah, FOIL. So what is the first letter in FOIL? F, right. F is first. Well, first, we need to look at what's first in our equation. What's first in our equation is the 7x and the 3x. So I'm going to put an F at the top and an F at the top. And you can, if it helps, make a little bracket so you know that these are all lined together. See? Like that. And I'm using different colors so we can make sure that this all stays straight. Okay, so then first, FOIL. O comes after. Yep, O is next. So O could stand for outside. Okay, out. What's on the outside of our equation? Well, what's on the outside of our equation is the 7x. Yep, it gets labeled twice. But also the 11, because the 11 is on the outside. And again, if it helps, go ahead and attach the two so you can see that they're together. So we have, so then oil, I, inside. So what is inside of our equation? Well, the 9, so we put an I here, and the 3 is inside. And we can connect these here too, just like that, because both of those are on the inside of our equation. And last, well, I just said it, didn't I? Ooh, last. Last is what is last in our equation. So we have 9 is last and 11 is last. And let's just attach these two. Okay, so if we're going to now, let's pull these down and put them together. So we have first is 7x times 3x. Okay, you can put the parentheses. You don't have to. It depends on how your brain works and what makes it easier for you. Then we have our outside. So our outside is 7x times negative 11. Now I always remember to put my parentheses around this just so that I remember I'm not subtracting. We're multiplying because we have two parentheses here. So we can imagine there's a little multiplication dot in the middle. And then we have inside. Inside is 9 times 3x, right? Okay, 9 times 3x. And last, we have 9 times negative 11. Okay? So now let's solve. Let's figure out what these answers are. We've got a nice process laid out here. So now let's figure out what our products are, okay? So first, 7 times 3 is 21x, but we have two x's here, and we need to make sure we remember that x times x is two x's, right? So that's x squared. We need to make sure that there's an exponent with our x right there, so x squared. So for our outside, we have 7x times negative 11. That gives us a negative 77. Because remember, when you have a negative number and a positive number and you're multiplying, the negative goes along with the answer. And then we have, grab my purple, then we have 9 times 3x. So 9 times 3 is, right, 27x. And they're both positives, so we don't need to change anything. And I need to remember to put my equals sign right there. And lastly, we have 9 times negative 11. And that is going to give us a negative 99. Right? Okay, so now we have a new equation to write up. So I'm going to take my black pen here, and we're going to take all of our products from these formulas, and we're going to write a new formula, a new process. So here we have 21x squared minus, remember our negative, minus 77x, right? And then we have plus 27x, and then we have a negative 99. And that equals. Now, here's what we can look at. Can we simplify this problem down? What that means is there a way, do you see anything that's repeating in this problem that we can make a little simpler? Well, we only have one x squared, so that's all by itself. That's fine. We have an x. We have an x. We can make that smaller, these two together. So that's going to be a negative, we'll show the work up here, negative 77 and a positive 27. What's that going to be? Well, 7 minus 7 is 0, right? And 7 minus 2 is what? 5. Now, because the negative 77 is bigger than the 27, we're going to make it a negative 50. So now our final product, or our final solution, is going to be 21x squared minus 50x minus 99. And that's going to equal something when we find out what x means. So that is the FOIL method. One way of figuring out binomials, 2 problems. And I hope you learned something fun about math today. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time. If you like how this worked out, and if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. Bye.